aviators, and welcome to our virtual art masterpiece. I'm Mrs. Bodine, and I'm excited to be teaching you a little bit about some elements of art. The element of art that I'm going to be focusing on with you guys are lines. So what are lines? Lines and curves are marks that span from one distance to another point, or the path of a moving point. Lines can create the illusion of form. So you can see the lines that I used for this apple create the illusion that you see in apple. And the line quality or thickness or thinness of a line creates variety and illusion of dimension in the form. Lines can also show you where an object ends. So you can see on the shoe that when I start from one line from one point to another, it creates the parts of the heel of the shoe. These lines are called contour lines or outlines. There are a lot of different kinds of lines that you can possibly make. What kinds of lines can you make? I know that you can create different kinds of lines by using pens, pencils, brushes, or any tools. You can create wavy lines. You can create zigzag lines, curly lines, parallel lines that do never touch, diagonal lines, spiral, horizontal, vertical, dotted, curved, and dashed. With those different kind of lines, we're going to be creating a project together called Zen-Tangle Trees. What are Zen-Tangle Trees? Zen-Tangles are a method of easy to learn relaxing drawing, which is a fun way to create beautiful images by drawing structured patterns. We call these patterns tangles. You can create tangles with combinations of dots, lines, simple curves, or S-curves and orbs. Hey aviators, are you ready to create your Zen-Tangle tree? This is my example of Zen-Tangle tree that you can possibly try. But you are going to put in your own lines and your own tangles to make it your own special Zen-Tangle tree. So to start with, you need to be able to make sure that you have the right supplies. The biggest thing that you need to have is a sharpened pencil, black marker, and also you can add in crayons, markers, and colored pencils. Let's get started. So the first thing that you need to have along with your supplies is a nice plain white sheet of paper. And when I'm starting my Zen-Tangle tree, I want to start with my different parts of my tree. So making sure that you have, with a tree, you have your branches sticking out and they can extend out into the outside of the top of the page. You need your trunk and then you need your roots. So I'm going to actually start with the trunk. And if you notice within my project, I segmented the different Zen-Tangles into different segments of the tree. So I'm going to start with kind of the middle part of my tree with the trunk and kind of loop down, making a nice curve down to your root. And then I'm going to go on the other side, just going over maybe like an inch or two, and extend out and finish out that root. And then if you notice, I made it a little bit wider over here with the trunk, and then I'm going to extend out and make two branches and split it into two. And go out above the top of the paper. I'm going to actually split this branch also in two as well. So there's one segment where I'm going to have my own design of my tangles in that section. I'm going to go and make another segment similar to right here over by the left side of this part of the tree. So I'm going to just kind of curve down a little bit. Extend out a little bit more with the root. And then reach up on the top side of the paper. Now I'm going to go towards my right. And I want to kind of do something similar when I'm going to reach out with another branch that's similar to this one. So onto the right, I'm going to reach out a little bit farther and extend out. And I want to have it break into two parts as well, two different branches. And then I'm going to go back down into my trunk of my tree, go down a little bit more, and then extend out my root. And bring it back in to my trunk. And as you notice, I have just 3 segments. You can add as many segments as you want to put in as many tangles or Zen-Tangles in your tree. So now that I've made my segments, I'm going to decide what kind of lines I I'm going to make are different kind of tangles I'm going to use within my tree. So just to review, you can have wavy lines, zigzag, curly, parallel, diagonal, spiral, horizontal, vertical, dotted, curve, or dash. To make it more, the more that you have variety, the more interesting you have with your Zentangle tree. I'm going to do something similar on this tree where I'm going to do some curvy spirals. So I'm going to make some larger and smaller spirals throughout this segment of the tree. I'm going to make some larger ones and some smaller ones, but I want to stay within that segment of the tree. And the more variety you have, the more interesting and unique that is to your own tree that you have. Now, I'm going to skip this section. I'm going to go to this smaller section, and I'm going to do some diagonal lines, but making them cross-hatched. So 4 at a time, and then I'm going to actually do some diagonal and vertical and horizontal, where it looks like what's a technique called cross-hatching. Just like I said, the more variety of tangles you have in your Zentangle tree, the more interesting and more unique you have that makes your tree more individual to you. And then I'm making sure that I carry out my Zentangle patterns throughout the entire trunk to the root and also into the branches. Okay, once I've started, I'm going to stop right here because I know that you can make your own individual Zentangle tree unique to you. You decide and finish this project according to how you want to. Add in spirals, add in zigzags, add in parallel lines, curly lines, whatever makes it special to you. Once you have finished it with your pencil, go back and outline it in your black marker to make it stand out even more. If you want to, you can go back, add in leaves, you can add rocks, or you can even add a background towards a horizon line. Make it unique as possible. Can't wait to see what you come up with, aviators. And when you're done, make sure to post it on our school website with your parents and with your teachers. And you can't